Going to your next level isn't really as difficult as you might be making it out to be. And I'm going to teach you guys today one of the best tricks that I have found that really helps me to shift into my next level. So remember that your mindset is such a big part of the journey, and all you really have to do is start to concentrate on creating a new mindset. And the question I'm going to share with you guys today is all about how to do that. So keep watching. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen. I am a life coach and law of attraction teacher, and you have found my YouTube channel, which is my own little YouTube world here where I talk all about the art of manifesting and mindset, which to me combines to create what I call modern girl magic. So if you are interested in joining me on this journey of massive transformation and expansion, then be sure to hit that subscribe button. So I know how it feels right now if you are sitting around at home on your sofa and you are dreaming of some beautiful day in the future where you have the beautiful house on the beach, maybe the vacation in the Caribbean, maybe whatever else, a beautiful car, a wonderful partner, an amazing business, all the things. When you're sitting around at home and dreaming about all the things that you want in life, it can start to seem sometimes like all of those things are really, really far away. And what I really want to remind you guys through, I hope, most of what I teach is that it isn't really about the thing, and it isn't really about getting something to come into your life. It is really, if you want to create that, if you really want to have that life, it is about you becoming the person who has the thing first and foremost. So this is all about embodiment, really. Manifestation is all about embodiment. It is becoming who you want to be before the thing shows up in life. So I know people can get very worn out and start to feel like, you know, they're chasing something and that it's not coming. And anytime that you are in that kind of feeling, a sort of a victim-y feeling of mind, like you don't have control over everything, I want you to snap back and maybe watch this video again and remind yourself that you have so much power in this current moment to start making whatever that is that you're thinking about happen. And it doesn't happen 10 years from now, it doesn't happen 5 years from now, it can start to happen right now. And in fact, the faster that you start shifting into this new mentality, the faster that you will create the results in your real life. And that is how you create a miracle or a quantum jump or a quantum shift. So what I really wanted to ask you today is that, well, you probably guessed by the title of the video, but it is, what would your next level self do? So again, we tend to give our future fantasies this huge power over us and put everything on a pedestal above us. But again, like I just said, there is always something you can do right now to start shifting into that new identity and into that new space. And if you keep coming back to this question, what would my next level self do? You are going to start coming up with some answers, and those answers are going to be the things that will really help you to embody who you want to be. Okay, so the fact of the matter is that your old mindset, your old beliefs, your old everything is what has created your life right now. So if you are serious about creating a new change and creating a whole beautiful new world for yourself, then you also need to get serious about changing your mindset and changing who you are from the inside out, right? So we often walk around living the results of some very crappy thoughts. Like our thought processes can be something like, well, I didn't go to the right school, so I can't ever make that much money. I'm just not lucky, so no one's going to pick my business to go to funding, or I'm not lucky in love. People just don't like me. You might have some of these thought traps right now. You might be living with the results of those thought traps right now. So the way this works is you don't get to be the person with the money or the funding or the partner by continuing to think the same thing, right? You need to change the thought first. So you need to identify what crappy thoughts are getting in your way. And all of those thoughts you might think, well, I'm not making this up. I'm just thinking this because the world has shown me this. But the world's going to show you whatever you decide to make it show you. And if you are making being poor part of your identity, if you're making being unlucky part of your identity, if you're making being unlucky in love part of your identity, then that's what's going to keep showing up for you. So challenging yourself to think in a new way can be one of the hardest things, because our brains are lazy and our brains love to save time and energy. And our brains love to save time and energy by putting the same thoughts forward every single day, every single day, every single day. It's something like some crazy statistic, like we have like 60,000 thoughts per day, and 80% of them are the exact same thoughts that we had yesterday. So we are all fighting an uphill battle, especially if you are trying to create something new and beautiful in your life. So what I'm really making this video today to cue you into is that this one question, what would my next level self do, can help you to break out of this imprisonment in your own mind. Okay, so maybe I've touched on a bunch of things, and maybe you can't flip your thinking about one of those big ideas right away. But if you ask yourself this question, maybe your next level self can start to see a little bit of a different answer. So if you think about yourself in the future, for example, and you think about this person who's like really into health, and right now you're not into health. Right now you don't make time to work out. Right now you don't make time to eat healthy. You just, you know you should, and you feel like that's something that you really want to do. But when it comes down to it, you come back to your old patterns and your old behaviors. Well, what would your next level self do? Maybe your next level self isn't going out there and hiring a personal trainer or hiring a private nutritionist or anything like that just yet, but maybe your next level self, and this is the trick, right? Not to go to the end, but go to the next level. Maybe your next level self decides to commit to eating a salad every day for dinner instead of pasta or whatever. Like, your next level self can make one small, manageable decision right here, right now, that over time can accumulate into something else. And again, I think when it comes to personal growth and transformation, we all focus on these big, crazy ideas and these big, huge expansions, and we underestimate the power that these little, tiny decisions make. But the you of the future self you, does not get there like that, right? The future self you, with the car, with the boat, with the guy, with whatever, that person happens as the result of becoming this person over time, over taking little baby steps over time. So the key with asking yourself, what would my next level self do, is to start getting the clues as to what those steps can be. You can sit around at home and pretend, I have no idea how I'm gonna make this happen, how I'm gonna become a millionaire, or how I'm gonna create this relationship. You can pretend, but you actually have so much more information inside of you than you are probably admitting to, and probably a lot of that is fear. So if you can maybe suspend the fear a little bit by not pushing yourself too far, by just taking one little step and committing to that step. If you commit to a step today, tomorrow, this week, whatever, like some of the example I gave about changing your diet, like maybe that's a step that takes a month for you to fully commit to. That's okay. What happens when you keep going? What happens when you decide to also wake up every day half an hour early and go for a walk every single day? Like, over time, what does that one little choice mean? And I'm using a health example right now, but you could do the same thing when it comes to love, when it comes to money, when it comes to success, when it comes to whatever else you want in life. If you commit to changing yourself just a tiny little bit, starting today, starting this week, starting this month, over time, you are taking yourself closer and closer and closer to your goal. And that is going to be so much more valuable than sitting around at home thinking, well, I really want this, why isn't it coming to me? Because it's a matter of energy. And of course, desire is important. And of course, aligning yourself with your desire is important. But what really counts, I believe, so much is action. Action shows you that you are really and truly aligned. If you are sitting around not doing anything, you can think good thoughts until you're blue in the face, but probably nothing is going to change. But if you start to push yourself to take just a little bit of a step forward, even if it doesn't seem to make sense, even if it doesn't make logical sense at all, Even if, you know, your big goal is to become a millionaire and your goal today is to clean your sock drawer and keep it clean. Maybe you don't see how that can correlate, right? But maybe that one little action step of taking personal responsibility and taking charge of your space and taking charge of your life will eventually accumulate into this big thing that you really, really want. So I'll say it one more time. What would your next level self do? If you keep coming back to this question over and over again, I guarantee that you are going to make tremendous strides in your life to whatever it is that you are trying to call in and create for yourself. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys found this to be really inspiring. Sometimes it's the most simple, direct pieces of advice that really create the most change. So I really challenge you to take this one to heart and to try it out. And if you do try it out, come back, leave me a comment. I'd love to see how your results are with this. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you got something out of it, give it a like. If you have a friend that can use this message, pass it along. And if you want to learn more about me, come on over to my site. I have a free fear breakthrough workbook for you guys to download over there, which will really help you to get unstuck no matter what you are facing in your life, because fear is the underlying reason so many of us really play small. So come on over, get your workbook. I'd love to see you over there. And thank you again for watching. I'll be back here soon in the next one. So until then, have an amazing week manifesting the life of your dreams. And as always, just remember, get ready for the miracle. See you guys.